Ladies and gentlemen, the American German Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. Well, folks, the Georgia indictments come in. Not unexpected. Although, I believe I know the reason, and it's going to be another subject matter, of why it came late last night. Well, the hypocrisy of this indictment knows no bounds because it's just ridiculous. They indicted 19 people, Giuliani, Mark Meadows, Sidney Powell, the biggest names, even Kanye West's publicist, Donald Trump, of course. And they throw all these things. They use the RICO, just so you know. Every state has a RICO and there's a federal RICO. And RICO is racketeering, influences, corrupt organizations. It is purposes for mafia and the mob. And the concept and the idea is the planning of crimes and a conspiracy relating to the crimes. In this particular case, there was no crimes. It's amazing. Stacey Abrams, meanwhile, went out and said that she didn't lose the election, alleges all the same thing. Hillary did it in 2016. Hillary told Joe Biden not to concede. Al Gore didn't concede. All these things, nothing happens to them, of course, because the people involved know that those weren't crimes. This is how bad it is. She actually is using Trump's tweets. So he publicly says, we should do this. Why don't we do this? Do this. Mike Pence has the power. And she actually claims that it is a crime. It's insane. Meanwhile, Hillary says this just tells you that the process is working. Process never worked with you, did it? Bitch. God, she is a first-class bitch. Isn't she? All the things that this woman has done in her lifetime, and she's never paid the price, except she lost to Trump in 2016, and it kills her every day. Every day. Meanwhile, the indictment was leaked. It's up on the website earlier in the day, then it was taken down. Stacey Abrams actually said, I don't know how that happened. They said it was false. Folks, the reason why they stuck around and they were supposed to have more testimony tomorrow and all that, they went ahead and had the vote and did the indictment is because that thing leaked out. So they figured to save themselves the integrity of the indictment. By the way, nobody on national news, I watched it all that time, said this. I'm proud of myself because you hear things here you don't hear anywhere else. And you always will. The reason why they rushed the indictment is that thing went up public. So they figured, well, if we do the indictment today, we don't have an integrity problem with the indictment because then it just got announced at least the same day. They figured that if it went to another day, it would cause more of a problem. Now, I think the problem's already done because they released it before the vote. But that's why they wanted to continue through the night. That's why. That's why. They're trying to clean up their mess, and it's not going to work. By the way, Pence, when asked, did Trump say he lost the election? He says, no, Trump never told me he lost the election. Which means Trump believed what he... See, they're trying to act like Trump made all this stuff up. It's not true. By the way, who likes Trump? This is interesting. Younger people are liking Trump more and more. How do you like that? That's a good sign. Vivek Ramaswamy says no to Mitt Romney's decision that they all get behind one candidate. He says no, which is interesting because he's going to be in second place before long. Ezekiel Elliott landed a job, 1-year contract at New England Patriots. I'm glad he went to a good team. You ready for the blind side? Remember that story about Oler, who became a Baltimore Ravens Pro Bowler, offensive lineman? Well, it turns out he thought he was going to be adopted as part of the family. Apparently he wasn't. Apparently he didn't get any money from his movie or anything else. And there was a conservatorship And they took advantage of this guy, used him as a money cow. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. And sick. Latest poll, Trump's up 40 points on DeSantis. Homelessness becoming bigger problem, especially in the cities. Largest homeless numbers ever. And again, the places that do the worst job of running government have this problem, and the dumbasses that live in those cities keep electing the dumbasses that run their cities. Hawaii and Biden. This is an incredible tragedy. There's going to be hundreds of people that have died, $3 billion plus in property damage, devastation everywhere. When asked about it, Joe Biden says no comment. It's extraordinary. Extraordinary. Bestiality, this is sick. I just want to just put it up there because it's so sick. This couple was boinking dogs and videotaping it. Sick. The ruble is now worth a penny, and Russians are embarrassed. Ivanka's gravesite, this hit the national news, that they said Ivanka's grave wasn't properly cared for. Well, if you noticed, it looked like maybe it hadn't been mowed for a week. Maybe it gets mowed every week. So they catch the week that maybe it rained a lot and it didn't get mowed. It isn't like the grass is 2 feet high. It's ridiculous. But they try to make anything bad. A doctor's fraud. These doctors in Tennessee, more drug fraud. It goes on and on and on. I'm glad to see some of them are being prosecuted. Judge recusal. A judge refused in the D.C. case to recuse herself. No big surprise there. McConnell says his number one task is changing Trump's foreign policy. What? You mean the foreign policy that kept China in check, Russia in check, everybody in check, North Korea, Iran in check? McConnell wants to reverse that? Unbelievable. People close to DeSantis said they predicted his downfall, said the more that people got to know him, the less you like him. See, I'm proud of that. The more that someone gets to know me, they like me. They don't dislike me. I got people who don't like me, they don't even know me. The more people are exposed to me, they like me. Apparently, DeSantis is the reverse. Loomer, by the way, thank you, because she said some nice things about me against Thomas Massey. But Trump has endorsed Loomer as somebody who can speak out against all the crap that's going on. Of course, they call her a white supremacist. An FBI agent yesterday released in a transcript corroborated everything the 2 IRS whistleblowers said of what went down in the investigation. Another witness. McConnell, apparently his hearing is going south, and it's alarming those around him. That's not the only thing going south on McConnell. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.